today about our freedoms and how important our freedoms are to us. We lost our freedoms for a couple of years. Got real weird during that COVID time. And we love that they're back, and the importance of having freedom in our lives to do as we wish and choose. Gavin, what are some things you can do with that freedom, my friend?
All the things, right? No, freedom is about creating your own life, right? How do you want to design and implement and execute on all the things you want to do in your life? So, for me, freedom is being able to work in an industry where you get to kind of create your own destiny, your own future, right? It's why I enjoy, I've worked a commission job for a long time. We're entrepreneurs. We're building a business here. So you get to create your own end. And so to me, that's what freedom is, right? We get to do whatever we want to do to create the life we want within, legalities.
Yeah.
So, and I think part of that comes just like getting to create the life you want, right? With your family, the people you love, all the people that are in your life, you get to design how you want that to go within, in this great country that we live in. So,
yeah, to me, as an adult, right? Freedom is not the freedom to do whatever the heck you want, but it's the freedom to choose to do what you ought to do. And that part of being an adult is we got responsibilities, but at the same time, this life is short. We get to choose the life that we are creating for ourselves. No one is going to create a life for you. And I think that's probably the message we want to talk about today is what kind of life are you working on creating for you, for your family? Are you interested at all in creating a legacy or something that you can build on? And the idea for me is man, with my freedom and I have this time, because everyone has the same amount of time every day, what am I doing? Maybe what are some things that are non-negotiable for me? Or what are some things that I can do every day to build that future for myself that I want and take that freedom? And I think a lot of times, people, maybe they allow life to happen to them, right? And then they're like, oh, well, I can't because this happened to me, and then this happened to me, and this happened to me.
Yeah.
And it's I want to live a life where I am in control. I'm the one I'm instilling my will on life versus the other way around.
Yeah. Well, it's is life happening to you, or are you making life happen, right? I think that's that's what freedom is that you get to go out and you get to go create what you want. Now, I 100% understand, terrible things happen to people, misfortune, accidents, I'm not downplaying that in any way, but at the same time, if you're sitting in a situation that is kind of the byproduct of your choices, and you're sitting there kind of acting and feeling like there's nothing you can do, you gotta fix that mindset.
Yeah, it's think about it. If you're sitting there and you're like, man, I'm overweight and I feel like crap and everything hurts on my body, the question is well, what are you putting into your body? Is it a bag of chips followed by some ice cream, by pizza, and it's just processed food after processed food? Well, yeah, eventually you're probably not going to feel very good.
Yeah. But I would add to that, right? Dude, maybe, right? Maybe the fitness people out there will totally disagree with me, but maybe you got bad genes.
No such thing. Well,
right? Maybe you got bad genes, or maybe you got a disease, or maybe you have to take some medicine to be okay that makes you just feel low on energy, or makes you gain weight, whatever it is. I get that. I understand. Every body, every person, everyone's life and situation is different, but it's are you doing what you can do to improve your situation? And that's what freedom is about, is that you can, and the results you get are usually in direct correlation with the efforts that you put in.
Yeah.
So
I like to simply boil it down like this. Did I get any better today? Did I make an improvement on today? And I was listening to this interview Kobe Bryant did, and it just the way he described it, and it's Kobe was pretty cool. He was a pretty cool cat. Very inspirational.
He's a crazy man, dude.
And it sucks that he's gone, but he just talks about And then this idea of stacking days, like if you're improving every day and you've made the decision like, oh no, I want to be this, right? Like let's set a vision, let's set a high water mark, let's set something as a goal that you have. If you're not doing goals, I highly suggest you do. Make a vision board, maybe keep it simple.
Yeah.
But then start stacking days, stacking wins every day, and watch how it changes your life. In a week, you're going to notice a difference.
Yeah.
You know, and then in a month, you're going to see a bigger difference. And then you're going to get some momentum behind you from stacking these days. They become weeks, they become months. And next thing you know, you are working on your personal masterpiece. Like this tapestry of what has become your life is beautiful because you are in control. You've exercised your free agency and the freedom to take control of your life. And that's something that, to be totally honest with you guys, like I got it a little bit through the first 45 years of my life, but it just finally kind of clicked with me.
Yeah.
And I still don't think
Once you met me?
Yeah, no. Known you for a while now. But I just finally got this understanding of like, man, I can really, every aspect of my life, I can do it on purpose. I can be intentional about it and grow. And the hardest part is that sometimes there are things that are out of our control.
Yeah.
But how do I instill my will on those things? How do I push into those hard days? Because there's hard days. I mean, part of it, and I'm not going to get into it on this podcast, but I have a very concerted effort on improving my fitness, my health, my body, and just taking control of that aspect of my life. And believe me, when my kids, and if you're watching, bless your little hearts, when you guys come home late or you keep me up and I don't get to go to bed on time, it's really hard to wake up at 5:30 or 6 a.m. depending on the day and get up to go to the gym. It's hard. It's not easy. But it's like I've made this commitment to myself that I am doing this. And the truth be told is like at this point now, when I'm going to bed at night, I'm kind of like thinking about, man, the workout tomorrow is, it's chest and tries. This is exciting. I'm excited. I'm going to make a new personal best, or, I'm doing this little exercise that I like and the way it makes me feel. It releases that hope molecule from working out. And then I know that I can stack that and I stack that and I start stacking these days. And now I'm controlling my life because I've exercised my freedom of my time and my energy, and I'm outputting this energy to something that's a high ROI for me by doing it.
Yeah, I love that. I think, thinking this 4th of July edition of our podcast, right? I'm sitting here thinking of all the people that have taken advantage of what this country offers, the opportunities that come to those who are able to be here. This is a country of entrepreneurs. It's a country of idea men. It's a country of people who just, they come up with an idea or come up with a business plan, or they come up with just something, an invention, whatever it's been over the couple hundred years, right? This is what America is all about. And it still to this day is that. If you look at all of the high achieving people that are in the news or that are noteworthy right now, like what you kind of just described is all of them, right? They all were terrible. Amazon was started in a garage selling a handful of like used books that the guy was buying at a flea market, maybe. Like that was Amazon, right? And I'm just wondering, like, how many days did he stack before he sold some books, right? And how many wins did he stack after he started selling books before he realized, like, oh, I should sell some other things, and he just kept going, and like that's what it's about. Like Amazon's been going for what, 25, 6, 7, like pre.com Amazon was happening. So like we all think Amazon is this like behemoth that just became huge in the last, I don't know what it's been, 10 years, but like this thing's been rolling forever.
Yeah.
And so every single one of us has an opportunity to build a life like that. And you don't know, well, I guess maybe you can, but you don't necessarily know today the wins that you're stacking or the efforts that you're putting into your family and your business, into your fitness, whatever it may be, your spiritual stuff. Like, you don't know necessarily where that's all leading, but if in the micro you're doing positive things and you're making those deposits and you're stacking those wins, stacking those days, as you said, dude, you're on a path. The trajectory is set.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what freedom is about. It's that you can do all of these things. In other countries, in other places, you don't necessarily have all the same opportunities. And I love when people say, you're lucky. You're lucky that happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
You're lucky you got that account. You're lucky this happened to you. I'm like, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky that I was ready. I'm so lucky that I was capable. I'm so lucky that I had all the knowledge to do the job, and then the opportunity presented itself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had been stacking days.
Yeah.
I was stacking wins the whole time in preparation. So that's what freedom's about. It's about anything's possible. You just got to put in the effort. You just got to have a plan.
Yeah. It made me think when you're talking Amazon and then talking about how you were lucky in the right place at the right time and you created this. I listened to an interview recently from Ryan Serhant. He's the guy, the $1 Million Listing New York. He's got this book called Big Money Energy. I love it. But it was funny. Like, I didn't know this guy's story. Okay. And I've seen the show enough times to know that he is a character. You know, he's pretty out there. He seems like really cocky and arrogant, but he's filled with energy and he's funny. And the dude was, sorry, man, if you ever hear this, but he was a nobody. He literally was like a failed actor and he was like a real estate agent, but he was like slinging rental properties, a few of them here and there, no big deal. And he heard about this casting call and he went in there and he just decided I was going to walk into this casting call. He was not a $1 million listing guy, but he rolled into this in his like nicest suit and he walked into the thing and they're like, why should you be on the show? And he said, because I'm the best agent in New York. And he used some colorful language, but he just came right out and he said it. And I think about him like, he used his freedom of speech to go in there and make this bold statement that was not actually true, right? But he created this, and these guys were like, oh, why? Really? Wow. And I can't believe they didn't check his numbers. They literally didn't. They did not check to see his numbers,
That's awesome.
And they came back to do a follow-up and they wanted to follow him around. And he filled his schedule with all these different showings and things, but they were none of like his listings or anything. They were just things he went and had them go do. And then he ended early and he was like, hey, I got a really busy day. I appreciate you guys here. And he did like the takeaway sell on them. And anyway, they were just like, this guy's fascinating. He's great. We want him, even though he was not a $1 million producer listing guy.
Yeah.
And then now look at him. He's created this huge world, this persona. He makes, I think they said he sold, holy cow, he sold in 2019, I think he sold over $1 billion of real estate, which in New York City is probably not. I mean, I'm sure it's still difficult.
Substantial. But
I guess my point is here's this guy that was a nobody, and he created this world because he kind of had the vision and the gumption to go out and do it. And so I think about like us or like you, if you're listening and you're wanting to go start a business or do something, like why not just be like, boom, I'm going to act as if, or I'm going to go do this, or I'm going to make this bold leap, this bold claim. Use your freedom in this wonderful country that we have that has so many options for financing or the internet and social media and all these things to create this life or this business that you want. Yeah. I think it's awesome. And I think that's part of like what Gavin and I are doing. I mean, granted, right now you guys, I mean, we don't have a lot of followers on this wonderful podcast. We hope if you're watching this.
Shout out to you, Mom.
Yeah, if you're one of the 20 people, whatever, awesome. One day we feel like this is going to be big. Not big, but big enough, right? And that we're going to have impact on people. We're going to help people. We have a vision for what we want to do. And it's like, we want to share our journey. We decided we wanted to take control, exercise our freedom, break free from the man, from our old company, start our own company, start our own business. Honestly, I think we're actually off to a really good start. I mean, this market is tough right now, but we're doing well. While many mortgage companies are shutting their doors and closing down, we're going to grow and we're going to get big and we're going to become, I don't think they're going to have the, $1 million listing Phoenix edition with mortgage guys. Maybe they will. Maybe we'll be on it because we're that handsome. They like handsome bald guys. But I tell you what, it just gets me so excited and I'm grateful. Like the 4th of July, like this is this time where you remember your freedoms in this country and how awesome it is. And entrepreneurship and what we can do with it. So that's my thing. Let's start doing the things that we can control, whether it's in your fitness, your finances, like your free time with your family. Like we're both going on these really fun little, family trips and taking advantage of some of the freedoms that we have. And hopefully we have them forever. I mean, I feel like the government's going to come and try to take our freedoms away again. I know they are. Stupid plans.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into that, but let's exercise our freedoms.
Hey, I love that. Jordan, signing off, everyone. You got some freedom. Check out some fireworks. July 4th.
You have the freedom to follow this podcast. You have the freedom to like and subscribe.
Be careful. Don't blow your fingers up.
Yeah. Get yourself one of those sweet blowtorches I mentioned on my
that's a good one.
Today.
And
a little
then
green Coleman lantern with a four.
Be sure to water all your fireworks after you're done. Don't start a trash fire. Happy 4th, guys.
Thanks, y'all.
Stay free.
Let's go.
Boom.